You might want to close your eyes because the following footage will probably give you nightmares. This is what my father used to tell me when I was younger and we were watching the news before I got to sleep. And nightmares I got when I decided to glance through my fingers to look at the horrible scenes that were pictured at the TV screen. It's a shame that things got to be this way. The world we live in shouldn't scare us. Reality shouldn't be so threatening, it makes us want to close our eyes sometimes. What you need is someone who will stand guard for you. Someone who will keep his or her eyes wide open at any cost, always looking for improvements and solutions. Someone that can turn this world into a positive source of inspiration, providing you with dreams instead of nightmares. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you that I'm ready, that I'm willing to do that. I mean, eventually we all want the same thing. But what that thing looks like and how it should be achieved is something worth of a discussion. The Party of Plenty wants to play a major role in this. We want to share our beliefs and turn dreams into actions to make this world a better place. Think of freedom, think of peace, think of welfare, and think of justice. What could possibly sound any sweeter than that? Well, nothing can. Because those words describe an ideal situation in which plenty of people can live a happy life. We want to tackle the problem of poverty. How is it possible that nowadays still 165 million people are suffering from starvation? How is it possible that nowadays more people have access to a mobile phone than to a toilet? Now, take a moment to let that sink in. Think about how twisted up reality actually got, and realize what our help, what your help could mean to those in need. And still there are so many countries that do nothing. Perhaps they are willing to do something, but they fear that they would have to do this on their own. And that would simply be ineffective and impossible, and so we all end up doing nothing because we think the same way. The scenario I just described shows perfectly how great of a disturbance lack of communication can be. The Party of Plenty wants to change this. We aim to strengthen international relations between countries, as well as teamwork and communication. Because always remember, big problems need big solutions. We have to do this together. But of course, there are parts in the world where poverty isn't the main issue anymore. There are parts in the world where there is enough housing available, as well as enough food and enough schools. But yet, also in these parts of the world, there are factors that endanger people's welfare. It's important to be aware of the fact that the fuel that keeps these societies running is becoming extinct eventually. Therefore, one of the main points of focus of the Party of Plenty also includes investing in green energy sources. Something else that plays an important role in keeping the society running is economy. A current error should be exterminated the way you would remove a bug from your piece of cake. But here ethics comes looking around the corner. Is it morally right to crush someone else's life and make them miserable for your own economic benefits? No, it isn't. Think, for example, about businesses in the clothing industry. They only think about the highest profit, the lowest price, but not about the working conditions of their laborers. The Party of Plenty wants to set up a worldwide recognized label, or perhaps a symbol, that companies can put on their products when they do business and trade in an ethically responsible way. So now you all know my intentions, as well as the intentions of the Party of Plenty. Remember to always strive for welfare, peace, freedom, and justice. We want to achieve this. We want to achieve this together. So, if it might ever all get too much, don't be afraid to close your eyes sometimes. The day will come that this isn't necessary anymore, and until that day, the Party of Plenty will be there for you to stand guard. Please vote Party of Plenty. Thank you.